Good evening, and wonderful to see everyone again. You know, there are many, many stories about the various traditions and practices and even miracles that have been associated in the Orthodox Church with communion during Great Lent. How does one receive communion during Great Lent? We're fasting already. And of course, we know that the Divine Liturgy is a celebration. And the Church, as I've said in the past, has given us this prescribed special service, a unique service just during Lent, that is the Liturgy of the Pre-Sanctified Gifts. There are monasteries in the Orthodox world, and I'm not sure where in the Orthodox world, I think in the Middle East somewhere, centuries and centuries ago, that as a practice had only Holy Communion is all they ate for all 40 days. And you know what? The monks were just fine. Amazingly. We hear about things like this, and we hear about miracles that are associated in our church with regards to the body and blood of Christ. But in reality, there's lots of miracles that happen throughout the lives of saints and throughout the Orthodox world associated with the sacraments. One might ask, how is it that miracles take place within our church? Do we hear about the same amount of miracles that happen in other churches? Certainly not. Do we hear about miracles happening in the West, for instance, in the Roman Catholic Church and in the Anglican Church, at least in the days when they were centuries before, perhaps, when they were a little bit closer to the Orthodox Church? The answer is yes, we do. We do hear about miracles in this kind of a way. One might ask, how is it that there are miracles in the Orthodox Church? And certainly those that are associated with the body and blood of Christ. Now, this is just Father Niko's opinion, and I've said it before, but I will say it again. My conviction is miracles take place in churches that still have the sacraments. Sacraments, at least in our understanding of the sacraments. We have a consecrated altar. We have a vested priesthood. And we believe that the bread and wine that is placed on the table does become the actual body and blood of Christ. And in the Liturgy of the Pre-Sanctified Gifts, of course, we believe that that has already taken place. And so because our church has these sacraments, these realities that are part of the body of Christ, that are part of apostolic succession, as we saw on Sunday, the continuation of apostolic succession, I personally believe that churches that have the actual body and blood of Christ, the conviction and the apostolic succession, and the sacramental theology, the sacramental understanding of what a sacrament is, and what the body and blood of Christ truly is, as the Lord gave it to his disciples, who gave it to us, and all the way down the centuries and the millennia. I believe that is why miracles take place in our church, certainly prolifically, because we have the body and blood of Christ. The body and blood of Christ and the receiving of it is central to the life of the Orthodox Church, is central to the heartbeat and rhythm of the church. And that is why we have the body and blood of Christ continuing to be distributed and received also during these 40 days. May it also be central in our life and be part of the heartbeat of our life and be part of the rhythm of our life by receiving it as often as we can and availing ourselves of these beautiful liturgies that we have, certainly during Great Lent, but of course every day of our life. May God bless you. May we have his strength, his blessing, his power, and his healing in our lives by receiving his body and blood. God bless you. And Kali Anastasi, please come forward.